guys, Janice here. Now it's not your typical update. I am actually at one of our coaches' house, Susan, and I am going to show you guys how to input a party order. And I'm here with a few other coaches, and we're not going to pan to them because we just want to get started. So I'm going to sit down and we're going to go from there, okay? All right, so here we go. And ladies, you guys are at the funstampersjourney.com website, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So from here, and I'm going to start from ground zero like you've never inputted a party before, which we do have a coach that's not done that here, and this is for you. So here we go. We're going to come to the page and we're going to click on our Journey Coach login. All right. You're going to click on that. That's going to take you to the Welcome Journey Coach login page. Now my stuff is already saved just because I'm okay with that. You might not be okay with that.
Hello?
And you have to input it every time.
Hi.
But it's really up to you. So you're going to put in your username. I'm Coach 49. That's usually whatever you chose at the back of the house when you first signed up your username to be. Then your password, and then you're going to click on login, which I'm going to do right now. So you're good, Debbie? All right, so here we go. This is going to take you to your dashboard. Of course, yours is going to look different from mine. All right, so this is my information. It's going to tell you your rank. So right now I am a coach, Journey Coach leader. You could be just Journey Coach. Debbie, that's what yours should say, right? You could be senior leader. You could be executive leader. Whatever rank you're at, that's going to say. That's what it's going to say. Then your monthly current volume. That's how much you've spent, or I say spent, either you personally or your customers or the parties you've done so far for the month. Quarterly, same thing for the 3 months in your quarter. That's your total. And then your rolling 12. So your number might look different, will look different most likely than my number right here. Okay? Something really cool I also want to say about this page is this little section right here that says next rank. So if you are working to expand your business and move forward, this will tell you what your volume needs to be in order to move on to the next rank. So it's kind of neat to look at that every now and then. And maybe not, a little depressing for some, but that's okay. We're moving on. Okay, so there's a lot of other things that we can input or talk about as far as this page is concerned, but I just want to go straight to the party order. So here we go. You see this little menu bar up here. It says main menu, new order, party, and all the other ones across. You're going to focus on the one that says party, okay? Under party, you have quite a few different links underneath. You're going to go to the one that says party portal. This is going to take you to where you need to go and input and create a party. Everything you need to go and do for your party goes there. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on that. Right? All right, and then here's that big old page that everyone starts freaking out about because it's all sorts of letters and words and steps and then multi-steps after that. But don't worry. We're going to go step by step. It will lead you to it. So here we go. Step 1. Now, for those of you doing this with me, you can only go so far, and I'll tell you at which point go ahead and stop because, you know, at this point you can't proceed because you'd be entering a credit card and purchasing something that you can't do or you're not planning on doing right now. Okay? Sam, we just clicked on party and then party portal. Okay, there. Okay, so here we go. It brings up a little box that says party number. And if you click on that box, most of you, if you're doing it fresh, you're not going to have anything under it, but I do. I've already created a couple of these parties, either for training purposes or I was just kind of messing around and wanted to play around and see how to do it. This is okay. Now the deal with this is it's going to open, or it's going to say, or list all the parties that are opened, or even some parties, that are closed, because your party can only stay open for about a week. Okay? So this party here that says, not this one down here. Yes, ma'am.
I have one that's showing up open from 7/1.
Yes, mine too. And let's go ahead and look at that, because if you click on that, it's going to stay open, but it'll tell you, sorry, this party has been closed. See right there?
Oh, yeah.
It says the selected party is closed. There's nothing you can do with this party. It's closed. It's done.
Okay.
Whether you actually closed it or you just waited, it will automatically close. So that is something to know. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to go to new party. Okay. And that's where everyone's going to go if you're inputting and creating a new party. Okay. That takes us to this page with more steps. It's all very linear. So here we go. Starting with step 1, select a party. Is it an e-party? Basically, is it all online? Is it a home party that you're shipping to the coach? A home party that you're shipping to the host? or shipping to guest. For this party, I'm choosing to ship to the coach. It is your choice on that. And reference of an existing party, there is not an existing party for me, so I'm not going to add to that. Yes, ma'am.
What is an e-party?
It's like only online party. So you, let's say there's a Facebook, usually we call them Facebook parties just because that's usually how they have them, and they create a Facebook event, and all of your party portal links are on there, and everything is done through an online mode.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Now we've selected that. You can again leave that blank, not needed for the reference. Step 2, select the host of this party. Choose an existing hostess. Usually your name will be there if you created one. If not, you can put your name in there. If you don't, then if you're throwing a party and you're having someone else be the host or hostess, then you would click on the create a new host or hostess link, okay? And it will just take you through that. It's that one. That part is fairly simple. Questions so far? Y'all just shout out if you have questions, okay, like you've been doing. Step 3, date and time of the party. We're going to say the time is, the date's today. The time is optional. I still haven't thought about why I would incorporate a time. Once I find that out, I'll let you know. But why would I need that? I'm not going to need that right now. So I'm leaving it blank, and it's okay to leave that blank. Step 4, again, the address where this party will be held. If this is a home party, that's what you would do. Since it's kind of sort of a home party for myself, I'm going to go ahead and use Journey Coach's address. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. At that point, if it was a different address, then you could enter it there. Okay, now step 5, they've been talking about this, that they are working to get this module working. Currently, it does not work. Okay, so I just ignore that step 5 for now. In the future, they plan on getting that to be in working order, and I think it'll be a neat thing once it does get started. It's just not ready yet. Okay, so at this point, it says set up my party or cancel and return to the prior screen, I'm sure, prior page. We're going to go ahead and say set up my party. All right, so this part is pretty important, okay? It's like, woohoo, your party has been successfully set up in our system. And then basically you want to take note of all the information down here. Your party number, who your host is, or who you said the host would be, that time, day. The time is just the generic time that they kind of include. Don't ask me where they got 7:30 p.m. From there, the close date, and then your party portal link. If you wanted to connect it to a virtual party, or send the link to someone who's at home and wants to buy, they can just click on that link and it will take them directly to your page where they can automatically be connected to the party. All right, so that's what that link is for. Also, question? Yes, ma'am.
I can't see. What is your close date?
10/10.
Okay.
It should be a week from.
I still don't get it. If
October.
that
Why does it say 10/10?
Yeah,
Good question.
October 10.
Good question. This is great. No, I didn't even notice that. No, it's a week.
A week or 2 months. Who knows?
Yeah, no, not 2 months. That's a good question. I'm glad this came up. So if you're watching, we will figure that out. Good question. Yes, ma'am.
That link you said, what do you just copy it and paste it into
Copy
an
and
email?
paste it.
Okay.
Yes. Well, copy and paste it. You can email out to your coaches, but the Fun Savers Journey website automatically sends it to you. So I don't know if you heard that ding. That was them sending me an
okay.
email saying, "Hey, it's up and live and ready." So it does give you that information via email to you. Okay, so now either you can return to the prior page or you can go ahead and add guests. So here's the deal. Even though you're doing a party, quote unquote, you want to have a $150 party, but you're not actually having a home party, you would still click add guests. You need to add yourself to be a guest so that a party is actually happening. Okay, even though it may just be you putting that in or you placing the order by yourself. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and type my name. And hopefully my email will pop up and I'll do it. There we go. Okay. I could type it in, right? But if you look down here where it says available guests, I'm already here because I've already placed an order. I could just click on that,
You lost me.
which is technically what lost you.
Yes.
Okay,
This is
so
where I always get
that's
weirded
okay.
out too.
Absolutely, not a big deal.
I have gone by this every time I've done one.
Okay,
But not anymore.
Not anymore. I wonder I'm messing up.
Now you're all smart.
Okay.
Thing.
so I've clicked on my name. Now invited guests down here. Janice Whiting. Gonna return to prior page.
Did we add you as a new guest?
I added myself as a new guest.
Okay, yeah, there I am.
As and there I am.
Okay, so you're gonna click
This?
on Sam Fisher. Invite, no, oh yeah, that was you, sorry. Okay, so you're on there twice, but it's the same you.
You were probably already, because you've already placed an order, you're probably
I'm on
already
there all over the place.
in
So-
there.
So do you want her to remove guests? Because she's.
You can. It really won't affect
There you
anything. Eventually, when they get the Evite deal going, it will affect that because it will
So
send
click
out
on these
Evites
guests
that
if you
way,
want.
but currently it won't.
Okay.
All right, so now we both have a guest.
Okay,
So do we
great.
turn to prior page?
You should be, I believe there's a link or that says to, return to prior page. Okay, which will take you to your party page screen. And now we're on step 3.
Okay.
Okay? Now, once again, just to be clear, step 2 really is only important once we get to the Evite part of our journey. Okay? But I did want to make that just kind of, I did want to show it because it will be happening hopefully soon. All right, now step 3, enter party orders into a batch. We're now going to click on this orange box down here that says enter orders now. So I think what a lot of people get scared of is they see the step, they see all these words, then they see these boxes and words that don't make sense to them. And really what I want you to focus on is look for the bright orange boxes. Those are really the main parts that you need to look at, all right?
Orange is our friend.
Yes, orange boxes are our friends. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to click on enter orders now. All right, so here we go.
Hold on.
Yep.
I'm under party order. Oh, that's where you are. Okay, sorry.
You're with me?
I was ahead of you.
It's all right.
No, it really confused me.
Are we good now? Okay, great.
Now.
All right, so again, just review. Step 1, do I need to add additional guests that attended the party? No, I don't need to add anybody extra, but at that point you could if you wanted to. Remember, keeping in mind, the party's open for a week, so ideally the reason for that is because if you have a home party, you show the product, you do the deal, and most likely people will order then. But some people are like, I need to think about it, give me a catalog, whatever. Call me back in 2 days. So that's the reason why we keep them open.
So
you
they're
know.
holding up everybody else? Or
They are holding up everybody else.
Oh, okay.
The stuff will not ship. Nothing will be quote unquote. Well, I say
Couldn't
processed.
they pay individually and then it's shipped individually?
No. They will pay that night of the party if they choose to,
Uh-huh.
and it will be processed that night. But the shipping part only happens when the party is officially closed.
Okay.
Literally the very last step, closed, done deal. You cannot do anything else. And the reason for that is because if someone does decide to order in 4 days, that then increases the hostess rewards that the host would then receive, if they hadn't done that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
anyway, okay, hopefully that's clear. All right, so now we're back at, we don't have to do any more additional guests. Place an order for each guest. So that is where we're at. Okay, so what are we looking for?
The orange box.
Friendly
is our
orange
friend.
boxes. Place new order. Here we go. I'm going to click on that for Janice Whiting, J. Whiting. And at this point, it's going to look for or ask for their information. Now, of course, mine already has it because I'm in my own system. If it's a new guest, you will need to input all this in, get their address from them, and then enter it and then move to step 2, which is select a catalog. Already done 4. Question?
Would it be out of the realm of possibility for you to enter an order, say if you had a workshop, to actually enter the order there at the workshop?
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
take
it's
your-
not out of the realm. Absolutely. I mean, if I were hosting a home party, I would have my computer already set up. I'd have this up until now up until this stage, I'd have it done. And then, I'd have my guests inputted just in case, if they don't order, they don't order. It's no big deal. And then when it's time to order, yeah, I'd take them one at a time and go, what would you like? Okay, great. And when it's time to enter if they're paying by, currently, and I'll get to that in a minute, we can't take multiple credit cards. But when we get to that point, you would then kind of give them the computer, enter your stuff, and then go from there. Okay? All right, so step 2, again, the catalog's there, already done for you. Step 3, we are now ready to input our items, okay? And so I am going to take a minute and do that, but let me explain real quick. You can look it up by the SKU number, okay, so it's the product code, or you can just type in a word, the name of the dye, or whatever it is that you're looking for, and find products that way. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pause, enter my items, and then start again. So you can go ahead and click the red button. Okay, so here we go. I've added a whole bunch of product in here, and I wanted to go over a few things as we've added some products. Again, you can either type in the product name, and I was talking to the ladies earlier, and the computer isn't too intuitive. It really needs to be the exact title of the product. And you can't, like if you're looking for the envelope, the note-velope, you can't just put envelope dye. It won't find it. It has to be the name. Otherwise, you can input the SKU here. When you're ready to do that, you need to make sure to add the quantity. I'm going to go ahead and actually type one just to show you guys, just because I want Cloud Dreams, and I had it and I was looking. We're going to find the product. It's going to take a minute. And maybe it'll give us our Firestorm error, and we'll go back. Good, here we go. Here we go. So it's found Cloud Dreams right here. So what's important is to enter the quantity that you want. And then of course we're going to click on our lovely orange box to add the selected products to the order. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it's going to hopefully add that there. Give it a minute. Now, while this is going, twice, and I want to mention this because you might have this happen twice when I was entering and inputting and clicking on the Add Selected Products to Order box. It came up with the message that said unable to process the order, and it had the title Firestorm Standard Problem or something like that. Firestorm Standard Warning or something. And I'd never ever encountered that before. So what I ended up doing was I just hit the back button, and it took me to the page, and the second time that I clicked the orange box, it worked just fine. So I have heard that there have been some glitches in the system, and maybe that's what it is. If you get a firestorm warning, don't freak out. Hit the back button up the back left arrow, and that, from my experience, it has taken me back to the order page where the items were saved, and I was able to proceed from there. If not, contact your upline, and she will help you and walk you through it. You may feel free to contact me also. Okay, so here we go. Some people are like, well, how do I know how much I've spent? I don't know what the totals are. Where do you go? Well, if you just scroll down, you will see where you're at step 5. You can kind of just always kind of peek there to see where you're at. So the guest total is $183.45. Journey coach total, if you're doing this just for yourself as a coach, it tells you right there where you're at. Okay, so at this point, we're ready to go to step 4, select a shipping method. Right now you have no option other than ground standard shipping. I know that they had mentioned that they were going to look into different shipping deals, but that is a future thing. So for now, that is our one option. Again, step 5 is are your totals there. And then we're down to step 6, select a payment method. So you have some choices, either the Joni Coach, yes
You
ma'am?
don't have to hit recalculate all totals at that point?
Nope,
It
you
won't
do,
do anything there?
you do
Okay.
not have to click recalculate all totals, no. Once you have inputted your items here, there would be no need to recalculate.
Well, I always did because it was the orange button.
Because it was what?
It was a
Because the orange button. You know
I
what?
always did it.
You know what? If you wanted to, it would not. It would be.
Okay.
It would no
I
be.
thought we
It would
had to,
just.
so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we have that ready. We're going on to step 6. Again, Journey Coach will pay for this order. Pay with multiple credit cards. At this point, we cannot pay with multiple credit cards. So your option is to either Journey Coach will pay or the guest will pay. And at this point, Journey Coach is paying, which will then.
I
bring
couldn't
up
get
the
it to
window.
work 2 nights ago.
Okay. Sam says she could not get it to work 2 nights ago, so let's see if it'll pop
I hit guest
up.
will pay.
Okay.
That worked. I entered my stuff. Of course, I paid full retail.
Yeah, okay. Well, I want you to notice something right away, okay? Right when I went and I clicked on Journey Coach, it opened up another box underneath it that said select a payment method, which I will do in a minute. But I also want you to notice that when I did that, it automatically brought up my totals, okay? So if you had clicked on the friendly orange box, it would have done that first.
Mhm.
I've never done it because I've
Okay.
never had a need to. I've just always gone to step 6.
I just wanted to know how much I was going to pay. That's all.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's why I did.
Yes. Very good. Thank you, Sam. Okay, so that pops up, and that is important for you to know. Payment method, because Coach will pay and coaches pay at the end, you will enter your information at that point. So at this point, we're at step 7, confirm order, either return or delete. Yes, ma'am?
So you didn't have to put in select a payment type right then and there? You
Beca-
don't?
Because the coach is, if I'm remembering correctly, because the coach is paying for this, it will prompt me
That's
later.
why I wouldn't take it.
It will not let me
Do
It will
anything.
prompt at the end
Okay.
because the coach is paying.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're confirming order.
Now, what
Yes.
if you wanted to stop it right there to put in other stuff later?
You can. You can go back.
Okay, would that be confirm order?
You can still do confirm order and we can go back and I'll show you in a minute. Yes, ma'am.
What about your little $50 rewards?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a perfect example. Okay, so they
And that's
both just
happening.
reminded me something very important. When you put in an order that's 150 or more for this year, you get, for every $50, you get a freebie, which is on page 5 in our catalog, which Sam just reminded me, and Debbie reminded me of the opportunity of being able to go back. So we're going to go back. Okay, so, but I want to point out where we're at. It took you back, once I clicked on confirm order, it took us back to our, what I consider the main party page. It's called the party order manager, okay? Which tells you everything and where you're at in the process. So we're right now at step 3. And it tells you everything, the guest, who it's shipping to, who's gonna pay, the retail price, wholesale price, spread I believe is the 20%, guest payment due if the guest was paying, that kind of deal. And then it has action. Either you can, if someone's like, oh, I forgot my whatever, or whatever, they just, for some reason, like, my husband said no. I thought I could, but I can't. You can go back and delete it, or you can go and edit, which is what I'm going to do because I needed to input my freebies, and I had written it down and I forgot. So it's a great, great thing to remember. Very important. To get those freebies, many people either aren't aware or are forgetting. You have to input them like you would input any other item. So I had finished inputting all of my items that I wanted to buy, and now I'm going to go and input my freebies. And I had chosen to do the Super Bunny Feed Me. And for this one, I guess I could just type in Feed Me.
Do 4 of them.
Say it again?
Do 4 of them. Or no, you get 3 of them.
No, I'm going to get one Feed Me. I chose one.
I'm just saying for time's sake.
Oh, for time's sake. Well, this is an actual order.
Oh.
So.
Oh, it is?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so here it is. Something I wanted to point out is it is a freebie. So even though you're inputting it as an item, it is free. So I'll click on one of those. Click on add selected product to the order. Give that a minute. My next one. Okay, and you'll notice down at the bottom it's been added right here.
Why didn't it charge you?
Because it's a freebie. Remember, for every $50 that you spend on a qualifying order, you get to choose one of the freebie items.
How did you signal it to be a free?
It is already inputted as a freebie item.
Okay.
Yep. You don't have to do any thinking about
It
it.
throws me for a loop every time. 3 out of 5 times that I've ordered, I forgot to put those freebies in there.
Yes.
And so I've had to turn in a trouble ticket each time. And they have taken care of it and sent my
Yes,
freebies
and
in
they
with my
will.
order.
They will.
But I've also gone too far and then realized that, and then I can't go back.
Once you have batched the order, you
There's
cannot go back.
nothing you can do.
But if you haven't batched it, you can always click the edit order and go back and add or change, delete, remove, whatever it is.
In one order, I had $100 worth of free rewards
Yeah.
this last month because we had double rewards. And I only used $80 of it, and then I batched it out, and then it occurred to me, I still had
But you
$20 more
lost
dollars
the
to spend.
$20, yeah. Okay.
But it's the act of batching that,
That
finalizes it, and you
yes, you can't go back. All right, for this one, I entered the SKU number because I forgot the name of the one I wanted. It was like, I don't remember. We'll see what it was called. Again, I just wanted one. Again, you notice it's popped up as 0. It popped up star frame elements. That's what it was, I guess, and I'm gonna go ahead and add it. So it automatically recognized that. There it goes. Star frame elements, if you notice, is down at the bottom now. It is in, and I'm gonna add my last one because I qualified for 3 of them. I liked this cute quotes and something else. 7. There it is, quote and quote. I want one. I'm gonna add it. And it's gonna think about it. All right, here it goes. Let's pull this down. Okay, so now I have successfully gone back into the order, added my freebies, which is again important to do during the adding your product stage. Okay, at that point, I can go ahead and recalculate my totals if I want to know everything right then and there. It should not affect anything. Scroll down. So I'm still at the same as I was before. Again, it should not have affected anything. And now I'm ready to confirm my order again. And it will take me back to our party manager page. All right, so here we go. I feel like this is the page that everyone freaks out at, the party order manager. So we have successfully done step 3. Now, if I had more than one guest, okay, I would have that, we'd have already done it on step 2. And let's say it was Sam, I had Sam as a guest in my party. I'd have Sam under here, and I'd have an orange button for Sam as well. So at this point, once I'd already finished my order for, the order for my first guest, I would then click on place a new order for my second guest or my third guest, and just you basically repeat that process for each guest. Okay? But because this is my only order, I'm not doing a home party. This is just for myself. I'm going to go down to step 4. I'm going to enter the Journey Coach payment details, which are required. So again, friendly orange box. And it's going to go. It's going to do it. They said they made it faster, so we'll just have to keep inquiring. All right, so it's going to have your information here. At this point, I can scroll down and pick, and I'm going to pause the video and enter my information, so I don't want you waiting and on me while I do that. Okay, so I have entered my payment information right here, step 4. Again, it just prompts you for your credit card information. You put it in and then you click accept. So we've done that. How I know it's good, it's been accepted. I have a lovely green circle with a check mark in it. It says we're good to go. They have been entered. And this tells the price that I have paid, the amount I have paid. And now I'm scrolling down to step 5. All right, step 5. The dreaded batch process batch
Because
button.
think about it, we haven't done, I always go, okay, where's my hostess rewards? It's down there.
Yes.
Hostess is qualified, and you're going, well, I haven't put them in there yet.
Yes.
So, you know, that's where I freak out.
Yes, everyone's like, but where are my hostess rewards?
Yes.
So we just have to know that the process is enter items, pay for items, process batch, that's the terminology that they use. Then we do all of the hostess stuff at the end, and we will be prompted. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so here I go. I'm gonna do the dreaded button. Before I do the dreaded button, I'm going to think to myself, have I added everything that I wanted to add to my party? I'm gonna relook at my list. Okay, yes, I have that. Yes, I have that. Did I add my freebies? Yes, I did add my freebies. Is there anything at all I need to add? Does my friend want to join my party? No, she doesn't want to. Okay, I'll just leave it. When you're good to go and you are certain that you are ready to move on, you're not going to add anything else, then you press process batch. I just did it.
You spent your money. There's no going back.
Money has been spent. Credit card has been checked and it is currently being processed.
There's nothing you can do about it.
No. All right, so big important moment here. What happens now is this lovely red sign or notice comes up. The batch has completed processing successfully.
Yay! Congratulations.
Congratulations, your order has been placed. Now look down to step 3. You will notice that you have now been moved from the not processed section to the green you have been processed successfully section. If it's here and you've got the green check mark and you've got an order number to everything, this is good. You have done what you should do for this order. Now, if you had other guests and they had orders, you would have to do that process for each guest. Okay, entering their items, their freebies, their, all of that, processing it and batching it.
So
Okay.
you batch each guest at a time?
Yes, ma'am. Individually, each guest/order is what we would say.
Yes.
Okay, so would consider this whole thing a party, and within a party you have multiple orders, or you could just have one order, depending upon how many guests you have, or if it's just you putting in that amount. Okay, so at this point, we did step 3, we did step 4. Nothing really else that I need to do other than, because people keep thinking, well, what about the hostess? You're good. It's coming. All right. You can look down here and notice what you have available. Okay. You can see that at this point I have qualified to select up to $40 in product, and it says host is not qualified for this award, so I have not been qualified for half price, but I do have a free ATS. Now this is visible for the purpose of thinking, oh well, if I wanted a half price, I need $200 more to make it half price. Well, maybe I do want that half price. Maybe I do want to let so and so in on my party so I can reach that amount. That's why that's there. That's why it's visible. I think that part's confusing people because they're like, but it's there. So, but it's really just there to show you how much you could spend more or less, just basically just for your information to make your decision. But at this point, my order is complete. Remember, this isn't the party's complete. This order is complete. And so we're clicking on Return to Party Portal. All right, so now we've got Party Portal. Here we go. Batched orders, scrolling down. Making sure I wanted to point something out on step 3. You have the link. Now, I don't know if everyone knows this yet, but you have your order and there's a link here that is what you could consider your guest's receipt. You click, and it's tiny, 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 okay? But if you scroll over, you'll see the hand pop up, okay? So click on Journey Coach and look what pops up. It would be that person's receipt. It lists the status, it lists everything. The shipping address, all of the items you ordered, what you paid, everything down below, okay? What you will do what would be nice for you to do for your guests is to print this out for them. This is their deal. It's as if they ordered off a website or a store, a store. It's really good to print that out for them and give it to them. I would do it that night, but if you don't have access to, a printer, or for whatever reason you can't, at least give it to them when their order arrives. Okay? So at that point, I'm moving down. I don't want to enter any more orders. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not booking anything. And I am now at, here we go. Once we had clicked, if you remember back to step 7, we had clicked finish order, complete order, final, bring me back to the portal page. Okay? So it took you back to the portal page where you find the very beginning when you clicked on to add a new party. So for clarity here, you are going to need to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says enter your host or award order. Right here, step 5. You're going to click on our friendly orange button, and it's going to take you to your hostess rewards. Okay, so then you've got your host information. The catalog's been selected for us already. Shipping has already been selected, our retail. And here we go at step 4, we're gonna redeem it. So I've got $40 in Journey dollars, so I'm gonna redeem that. And I have my extras that I want here. Gonna scroll down. And now basically what it's showing me, it's kind of like a catalog of what I could possibly enter to get my my $40 worth. So I'm going to get the Cookie Exchange bundle because I think it's adorable. And let's see here. Cookie. These are all ADs. Now I will say this, if you look at the SKU numbers, the AT, there's AT, AD, AC, they're all basically abbreviations for the type of product that it is. AT is your ATS, your artist trading cards, or artist trading stamps rather. And I am going to scroll as fast as I can through this. At this point, if I can remember, here we go. BD is your bundles, which is what I am looking for. And if y'all find Cookie
It's 12.
Exchange, 12? Okay, I'm going up. Thank you. There it is. Okay, so I found Cookie Exchange bundle. Clicking on one of those. And I'm going to go ahead and add a silk or 2. You want to tell me the deals for that? I bet you they're down here at the bottom.
IP.
Yep. I see ink pad. Here we go. I'm going to add, gosh, which one do I want to add?
They're all so pretty.
I'm going to add, they are so pretty. I'm going to add, I like the bubblegum silk. We used that today, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
One of those, and I'm going to add Citrus Cooler. Was that the greenish, yellowish one? No, I'm going to go
It was
with,
more the orangey.
that was
orangey.
orangey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The
I'm
greenish yellowish is pear. I don't think
The
they have
pear,
that.
right. I'm going to go ahead and do Cranberry Bliss. That sounds like a nice Thanksgiving-y color. Okay, so that right there, so my cookie bundle was $29.60, and then I've got 4 and 4. That's close enough for me. I don't really particularly want to pay any extra, so I'm going to keep it at that. And I'm going to scroll down the bottom here. Scrolling down, went too far. Here we
The
go.
problem is it doesn't add it up for you, so you have to have a running total in your head, and that's where I messed up that one time.
Okay, good point. A good point. Okay, so Sam points out that you really need to either keep a running total to the side on paper
Right.
or in your head like I did. I told myself, okay, cookie bundle was $29.60. The silks were about $4 each. That's pretty close. So
Right.
good. Thank you for pointing that out. Make sure to keep that because it does not add your totals right away. So I'm going to add that to the cart. This is reality, folks. All right, here we go. Okay, so something going back, it took us back to our Hostess Rewards page. Step 4, you've got your green check. You have already redeemed this. Okay, again, keep track of those totals so you know exactly how much you had. I'm not qualified for the next one, but I am qualified for free ATS, and I know what I'm going to have on that one already. I want Grateful Heart. So, something that I've noticed is that it has not given us a search bar for the products, so that is something I will be inquiring about.
Do you need a number?
I think I have it here, 0159. Thank you, though. Yeah, it is definitely nice to have the number on hand. Huh, that one says canned goods. So, we don't want
You say 01.
01. Oh, I'm at 00. Thanks, y'all. It's been a long day.
It takes a village.
Yes, it does. And that's why we're here, right? Okay. Here we go. Grateful Heart. There it is. Gonna add one. Notice it's at $0 because it is a freebie. There we go. Sam's popular tonight. It's a nice ringer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that finally added. We're gonna scroll down. And that's it. I do not have any more Hostess rewards to redeem. So I'm really kind of done. Your product selections were added to the order successfully. And so we're done. Let's go ahead and review. I had chosen the Bubblegum Silk, the Exchange Bundle, the Cookie Exchange Bundle, the Cranberry Silk, and Grateful Heart for my ATS. I'm done. If you happen to have any coupons or gift certificates at this point, you could apply them there. Blah, blah, blah. Want something to point out, okay? Your rewards are free, but you still have to pay the tax. So here I go, and I'm going to be entering that information again. And at this point, I'm going to pause it, and then we'll come back. All right, so I've added my credit card information down below. Again, I had to do that because I paid the tax on those items. And if I wanted to enter anything else, I could still do that, but I am done. I have done everything I want to do. I've added my order. I've gotten my freebies. I've gotten my Hostess rewards. So I am ready to do step 6, which is simply submit the orders and close the party. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say when we had that break, and I can't remember what it was. I will just add it in a text bubble if I remember. Okay, so I'm going to click Submit Orders and Close, and I'm not sure why my orange lovely button is cut off there. There we go. All right. Please confirm the closing of this party. You're about to close the party. Basically, this is a, are you sure? Are you sure? Sure. So it goes through, your orders have been processed, you didn't book anything, and that is more of a kind of an administrative thing if you want to keep track of that. Everything's been done. I'm like, yes, yes, I'm sure, yes, close the party. So I'm going to click on that. And now our lovely red letters have popped up. The selected party is closed or beyond its close date. We know it's closed because I just closed it out. And that is it. If I wanted to access this again, at this page, I would just go here and click on the date, the party that I scheduled, which states the 29th. I could go in there and it would pop up, and I could click on the party details. I could click to view it. If I wanted to go back to that receipt, scroll down to step 3. Again, you have your reprints. Think reprints equals receipt. I could see my receipt from my Hostess rewards if I wanted to. Scroll down. Is that my hostess? No, that's my items. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. There we go. So the first one, that is your hostess, and then it goes your hostess rewards 1. And all those are listed. Again, everything that was paid is listed. If you purchased more than what you had free hostess rewards for, that would show there as well. Okay? All right, ladies, I'm about to turn off this camera. Any other dying, burning questions that you think they should know? Thoughts? We're good? Sam?
I'm not saying it on.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, we will end it now. Thank you guys, and we will see you next time.